As we're waiting for calls to come in, let me follow up with Denise's question, Stuart, to you, because she mentioned that she had gone to her own doctor and was dealing with her own insurance. How much of the responsibility is on the employee to go to the employer and say, I need those forms? How much of the responsibility is on the employer?
Well, both parties need to be proactive in getting these claims moving. Certainly, they'll say, in the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and a lot of times a lot of employers do the right thing, and it's no problem. You get hurt on the job, you go to the HR, you go to your supervisor. There's witnesses. They know you're hurt. You fill out these very basic forms. It can take a couple of days sometimes to get a doctor's appointment, but most employers are pretty good about getting this started. But she needs to stay on them, and if she can't, she needs to call a lawyer, because there's just a number of reasons why employers won't turn this in. They just think it'll go away, or sometimes these larger companies, she said they have 3,000 or 4,000 employees. Sometimes the supervisors get bonuses for the number of days they go without having a work-related injury, so they don't want to turn the claim in. But there's a lot of problems with using your personal insurance. For instance, you have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and you get hurt on the job, and you start receiving considerable treatment that costs money. Medical treatment costs a lot of money, and Blue Cross is going to want that money back. They're not going to want to pay for a work-related injury, and eventually someone in the administration of Blue Cross Blue Shield is going to do an audit of that file and see that it's work-related, and they're going to charge that doctor back for all the treatment, and then the doctor is going to come after her for the money, and then she's going to call me, and I'll get it fixed, but it's going to be a problem,
Stuart, you mentioned something earlier that I want you to talk to our folks about. First report of injury.
Yes.
Why is that important, and how much time do you have to do it?
Yeah, I need to get it done as soon as possible. And then there's always an instance where someone gets hurt on the job, and they tweak their back, or they tweak their leg, or they tweak their shoulder, and they think, well, I'm a working man or woman, I'm doing a physical job, I'm just sore, this is just they wake up in the middle of the night or the next day and they go, man, I'm really hurt. And so, you need to get it done within a week, okay? There's always exceptions to the time period, but just as soon as practical to get that filed, so they can't say that you did it at home, cutting the grass, or, or taking down a Christmas tree, or putting up something in the attic, because Kirby, that's not beyond what these people try to say happens. What these insurance companies try to say, and
they can use that to try to deny your workers' comp.
Correct. And I've had the employer tell the employees, say, don't say you got hurt on the job. We'll pay for all this. Let's just I'll go to the emergency room with you, and we'll pay for everything. They start getting those bills for $10,000 or $20,000 for treatment, and all of a sudden, they don't want to pay it anymore.
Story changes.
Exactly, and then the employers are generally most it's more likely than not that the employer is not responsible for the payment of these medical bills. They have insurance, and so the insurance companies get these claims that have been open, you've been treating on your own, and they want to open up an investigation and take statements. They want you to sign medical authorizations. So you have all these bad things that can happen. So the moral of the story is, make sure you get the first report of injury done. Talk to a lawyer. If you call me, I may or may not even get involved at that point, but I'll give you some advice. Talk to another workers' comp lawyer, somebody that has knowledge with the workers' comp statute here in Alabama, because it is a specialized skill.
Absolutely. Well, we can tell. There's just so many nuances.